Jesse, we're gonna start with you. What have you been playing on your Nintendo Switch? Bam.
I haven't been playing a whole lot, but I did try the Tetris 99, and I just I realized that I'm not that into Tetris multiplayer. So I played a couple of games. I was done with it. I'd rather just play the regular, because I just don't play Tetris that often. You, Corey, you play Tetris quite a bit, so I could imagine that you probably have fun playing that and have a chance of surviving.
I've come in second place 3 times and third place 5 times.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Man, I'm gonna be, dude.
Yeah,
if this is the first battle royale game I come in first place in, I'm gonna be really upset.
Screenshot it.
Well, every time I come in second place, I've screenshotted it. So,
yeah.
But I'm actually really into Tetris 99, just because I've been playing Puyo Puyo Tetris every night since it's come out. So,
yeah,
just about.
Yeah, I just don't play enough to be good at it. So, I've played it here and there, but I haven't really sat down a lot and played it. But who knows? I'll probably play it more, but I prefer the just regular, at my own leisure Tetris, basically.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
And then
so good though.
I played the demo of the game that had opened up the show with.
Oh damn!
I don't even want to say its name.
Don't care, sir.
Man.
I know,
man.
Yeah, I was going for the Japanese. What's that? That one hardcore metal band where it's the guy that they disbanded, but it was the metal, the guy that was saying death metal, but he dressed up like a schoolgirl, basically. I forget what they're called right now. I can't. Why am I thinking? I can't remember what.
But
they're
kind of weird
Japanese
dream you had this morning while you took a nap before the show.
What?
I don't know. I'm just messing with you.
It's a Japanese band. It's like a bunch of Japanese girl singers, and then there's the hardcore death metal guy that dresses up like a schoolgirl that was the lead singer of the band, but they broke up now. I forget what they're called. But anyways, yeah. So I played that. I just couldn't get into it, but I don't know. It just wasn't for me from the beginning. But
yeah.
And then I also played. I downloaded Commander Keen Dreams, which I used to play all those when those came out for PC. It's during that time, that was when PC was just trying to figure out how to better be prepared or be able to play games, because believe it or not, there was a time when PCs weren't exactly the place to play games. Consoles were the only place to really be able to play games that were super good or whatever. But that was that was ID Software's very first games that they made were the Commander Keen games. And they basically they figured out how to do the Mario style game and make it work on a PC without there being without it feeling glitchy and broken. And so then that turned them into ID Software, and then eventually obviously they made Wolfenstein and Doom and all that stuff. But so I used to play those all the time on PC. Those were my all-time favorite, and so it's kind of nice seeing some of those come to Switch. I'm hoping we get more of them. My favorite was the fourth one. It was Goodbye Galaxy, I believe it was called. So I kind of hope that one comes, because that would be more of like your Super Nintendo style graphics. So I'm kind of hoping, yeah, like it was a lot smoother and nicer looking. You know, like the Keen Dream one is all right, but it's pretty bad looking. It's one of the older ones. But yeah, so I played that, and then I've been playing the new Super Mario U. I've still been kind of working away on that as well. So
nice.
I still need to go pick that up.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
I literally still got my list that I need to pick up.
I've bought it twice, so it's pretty good. Because I bought it on Wii U. Get it? Because, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever. Ed,
Okay.
what have you been playing?
So, kind of been playing the same thing that we all been playing, the demos that came from the Nintendo Direct. So, I'm going to start out with Tetris 99. Truly loving this game. Like, it is so addictive, but the thing that I hate about it is that they are not giving me my piece to get my Tetris. And when they don't give me my piece, like, I needed that 4-part line, and they gave me a block, and it messed up my rhythm and everything. Because I'm trying to get good in practice, because when I go see Corey, we're going battle on Puyo Tetris. It's going to be on. Yes, I'm going to make sure that I come number one.
Do you know, like, can you pick, like, whether you get random pieces or, like, a set thing of pieces? Because in the beginning, it shows you, like, it says randomized. It shows you all these.
That's how you attack other players.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I still don't really understand how that all works either, but.
Right, because like I didn't start getting like blocks to block me off until I got like to level 50, level 45, like 45 players and stuff. And I thought people were going to be attacking me and stuff, but I was just like, bam, getting lines done, and people were just going out like quickly. So like my groove is in there. So first time I played it, I got 12. The other time I got like a 58th because I actually was going for a Tetris, and the thing went up, and somehow it messed up my line. I'm like, oh dang it. So I am really enjoying this. I think this is with the Tetris production. Because this is, I think when I was watching the Direct, it had that little Tetris sign on it. It's like Tetris Production or something like that. And I wonder now if they own all the rights to license and distribute it. Like, because I wonder if
I think they just license it out to companies who have good ideas now, instead of just saying, "Hey, Ubisoft, you could make all the Tetris games for 5 years," you know.
Right.
I think they actually are like picking and choosing now.
Because I'm assuming they did the same thing with Tetris Effect.
Yeah. I mean, it still says the Tetris company in front of everything. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. By the way, before we had some issues with the power of editing. You will never know. Ed, this game is free. How are they going to monetize this?
I'm assuming they're gonna do maybe new, probably like music. They'll like if you want to buy new music or buy new boards.
I wonder if you can buy like packs. Like, hey, I want the original Game Boy pack, and it'll have the original Game Boy music and the color scheme and everything like that. Because that skin is actually unlockable in Tetris Effect. So, I mean, I wonder if there's different skins like packs you'll be able to buy, like the Super Nintendo style pack or whatever.
Like, would that be considered as cosmetic or?
Yeah, everything would have to be cosmetic in this game. There's no way.
I think if they do like maybe $5 packs where they got like almost the whole look in the music and stuff, I could see that happening.
I would throw them $5 for a Game Boy pack.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
So get ready, Corey, because in a couple of months I'm coming down. We even pull your Tetris. We're gonna get down in it, and I'm gonna come out victorious.
Probably. I'm not good at competitive Tetris. Never won. Only came in second place.
and watch you destroy me. Be like, dang
The
it.
thing with Tetris 99 though is like my whole thing has just been like just survive. I don't care how many lines I get. I don't care how many points I get. Just survive. You know, just make sure you're getting as many lines as you possibly can in the quickest amount possible. And like if you just happen to line up a Tetris, get it, but you know, just survive, because that's how I've made it to the end. Like I made it to the end with like when they rank like the top 10, they show you the leaderboard of like the top 10 people or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody else always has more lines and more points than me, but I come in second place because I no, they weren't coming after me. So that's been my strategy so far. It's just like, just survive. If some blocks come at you, just get rid of them. You know, if you know,
What?
because if you don't appear dangerous, people won't come after you.
Yes.
I've learned, because like, you know, the one time I actually tried to get like Tetrises all the time and like had a lot of points and stuff, people were throwing those gray blocks at me left and right, and I'm just like, oh boy, yeah, no. You just can't appear dangerous, right? So
Yes. Those gray blocks.
yeah, dude, it's a killer.
You see one and the thing gets tense, suspenseful, and you don't know why. It's just like, this is a block. But it's just like it blocks your progress, and not just like it gets you in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Tetris 99, definitely enjoying that. Damon X Machina. If you guys are fans of Nintendo Pop Block, you can see my custom made character and my robot Corey, your robot color.
You can also see a quick look of Damon X Machina on youtube.com/Nintendo Power Block.
Yes, do guys check that out? Yes, and Tetris 99. Do check that out too. The quick licks that Corey did, very very great.
Also very very done at like midnight.
Ooh. So you were still up when I got home, wasn't you?
What? Let's see. I posted them yesterday. So Thursday night, I was up recording stuff because I stayed up late editing them and had them processed while I fell asleep, and then I got up a little bit early before work and uploaded them. So
okay. So yeah.
Man, sleep evades me a lot these days.
We had a discussion about that yesterday. So.
I know. I know. I was just like, I was like so tired yesterday that I was just like, I don't know why I keep doing this. I just want to go to bed, but the stuff has to get done. And then I started playing. Then I started playing Crackdown and Anthem. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll play. It's just the thought of setting everything up and recording and editing afterwards. Just like, oh, jeez.
Yes.
But then you start playing and you're just like, okay.
Yeah. So Damon X Machina. And this prototype mission, just give you an idea. It's kind of what everybody's seeing at E3 when they first revealed it with the direct and stuff. I think this is leading up to be my game of the year.
Ooh, ouch.
And I know, like you, Jesse, you got Resident Evil 2 game of the year. Great choice. Corey, we'll see what you decide later on in the year. But this game, yes, it has that Armored Core effect. Yes, it's kind of missing that action stylized thing that I need. But the flying field, to me personally, everybody, this is me. My co-host disagrees. That's okay. We all can do that.
We heavily disagree. We loudly disagreed yesterday.
It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy what he's about to say right now.
So, to me personally, the flying in Damon X Machina feels better than Anthem. And I think
Ed likes a complicated control scheme for flying instead of just steering your character in the direction you want to go.
I would say this. And Jesse, I do agree with you with the point that you kind of wish that you had a button to like to go down to make it easier. I do agree with that. I think because in Anthem they don't teach you on how to fly, compared to what they teach you in Damon X Machina.
But I know you haven't played Anthem yet, Ed, because you don't have like the EA access stuff. But there is a whole mission where they teach you how to fly.
from what they did with the demo.
Yeah, the demo just kind of threw you in, and just they just had button prompts, but the whole the second mission, I think, in Anthem is all about teaching you how to fly.
How to fly.
And well, we'll get into it later. Sorry.
And I think that's probably why if I go by just demos, Gamertag Machina holds it over Anthem because of it teaching you how to fly and stuff. Hopefully, what I do like about what Marvelous and them are doing, that they did say that, hey, for a selective few, we'll put out a survey. We want to know what you guys think, so we can make the game better. I'm glad that they offered that, and they're just like, and even if you don't give a survey, we still want to hear feedback to you on Twitter. So keep checking out at Nintendo America. I'm glad that they did that, so people can put out their concerns. I think for me, stuff just started clicking, and I think you just gotta play it a lot. You might get confused because some of the colors blend in and everything, but I like that they got a lock-on effect with it.
Yeah, that was kind of like my biggest thing with the demo is like, as much as in the quick look, I kind of compared it to Breath of the Wild a little bit, where like I love Breath of the Wild's art style and the way the game looks, but when you get those saturated, like those hard saturated pinks and purples in there, like Breath of the Wild it's a little easier to handle because like everything else is like green and blue and kind of has this nice kind of color palette over it, but like everything in Gamertag Machina is so saturated and so just like everything kind of blends together because everything is orange and red.
The background is red.
Yeah, and it's just like, man, and like that's why in the second mission of the quick look, I made my character green so it would stick out and be like, okay, I can like, not that I like didn't know where my robot was the whole time, but like sometimes when I was like flying around and stuff trying to shoot guys, like it would kind of blend in and like my eyes would steer away from the reticle.
Yes.
And it kind of like threw me off in terms of shooting guys. So
yeah, I understand. I definitely agree with you. It still looks great. I think the color palette, just like you kind of need the enemies to pop so they can stand out. But
or they need some sort of like they need some sort of like, if they're within your reticle and like within a certain distance of you, there needs to be some sort of like outline that says, hey, your enemy is right here. And I think they do mark them as like red a little bit on the outside, but when they're marked on the outside as red and your background is red and the ground is orange, it all just kind of like blends together and it's really hard to see what you're doing. And so like maybe if they do that, maybe they change that outline from red to maybe like white or some kind of brighter color.
You know what? I think white would work. I think white would be better because it's something that you'll be able to see. And even if they did like a light blue background or something, that white stands out still.
And then like when your allies are within your reticle, maybe they're like blue. Something to really differentiate itself. Because like as much as I think the art style looks cool, like I really do think this game has a unique look. I really want it to like. I want some of the stuff to stand out so I know, like, okay, that's an enemy. Like the blue kind of health boxes that are laying around. They stick out because they are a different color. They're different. They're kind of washed out. They're kind of like, they have a different style to them, which is cool. Like, I know that that's a health box or an ammo box. I can go pick that up and refuel while, trying to fly around and fight enemies and stuff. It's like, man, this is really tough to see.
Yes. So, but I will say that I played it on the big screen, and this is probably going to be another game that you need that Pro controller, because I think just the Switch itself, playing it on the Switch on the go, may do some people justice, but this is a game that you need the big controller and you need the TV to see. I think it makes it easier and more comfortable to play than just playing it with the Joy-Cons for it. So
yeah, because I need to try it on the TV yet. I played it in handheld, and it seriously, it looks like it's a 3DS game. Like, it's so bad. Like it just like visually, it just doesn't look good on handheld mode at all.
Yeah.
And I can understand that. And I'm glad that they said this is prototype missions just to give you guys an idea what the game is. And they said summer 2019 this game could get delayed because of the feedback. I think hopefully they fix some of the frame rates because it does drop.
Well, these are minimal changes they could fix within a month or two, right? Like the outline color of an enemy probably takes less than it probably takes maybe like a couple hours to do that, right? I mean, I'm not in game design. I'm not sure if that would like break the game or anything, but I'm assuming changing one little outline to tell you where an enemy is not going to take like months to do. So
yes. So, but I'm definitely looking for it. Like I said, this is my anticipated game of 2019. I got Crackdown 3, and I'm by the time you guys see this, I'll be waiting for Anthem to drop. So be ready to play that. But from what I've played of Daemon X Machina, it looks like it's on the right track to being my game of the year. So, and that's just personally me. So, last but not least, I did download Final Fantasy IX. Of course, I got to have that. There's another game that surprised me, but we'll talk about that when we get into the direct. And last but not least, Yoshi's Crafted World. And also downloaded Delta Room. So I'm waiting for the 28th to drop so the first chapter could come. But I did pre-download that. Yoshi's Crafted World. This is in the second of Game of the Year for me. It on how easy the access is. I'm glad the reticle don't move around. You easily can maneuver it and be able to shoot it anywhere. I marveled at everything that they offer on how this game looked, and it felt like 60 frames per second on TV. I'm like, this is quick, and I'm loving this. So it kind of knocked Resident Evil 2. Don't get me wrong, Jesse. Resident Evil 2 is still in my nomination, but ranking it's like number 3 now because of Yoshi's Woolly World until I play the full game. This is wow. Like this game knocked me, and I can't wait to March 29th to play the full game. So, I wish they gave us another level. I wanted another level because I wanted to continue to play this game, and I couldn't. I'm just like, ugh.
Well, they let you do the thing where like that's like their big thing right now is like, hey, all the levels can be played backwards as well.
Yeah, and then find the cows.
Well, there's actually 3 parts to that level because you can go back in and find all the cows and bring them to that thing that's outside. So
I haven't actually got a chance to play it yet.
I also like how Ed said, last but not least, 3 separate times.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Rambling off the top of my mind, everybody. I apologize. But yeah. Those direct demos in Fire Emblem. But Fire Emblem and Guacamelee I played. And they're going to be talking a little bit. And then Darber I played a little bit more. I just know at this time that I'll be playing more Xbox than Switch in the coming weeks because I got to get down with Crackdown 3, Anthem.
Dude, I went through 2 months of not having like really anything to play except for New Super Mario Brothers U, right? And then now I had like within 3 days of each other, I had like 10 games to play, and I'm like, jeez, no.
Yeah, I want to get Exodus so bad, dude.
Yeah, it's getting.
I want to really play that so bad.
Yeah, it's getting really good reviews, but I'm gonna. Real quick, I'll just say what I've been playing since, we're already a half hour into this episode and haven't even touched the news yet. So, Yoshi's Crafted World, you can see a quick look up on our YouTube page. It's good. I mean, it's definitely the same vibe as Yoshi's Woolly World. It's definitely that game with, a different style of level design and stuff. So, that's kind of what I'm getting out of it. I think it's going to be fun to play through. Daemon X Machina, we talked about. Final Fantasy 9, still probably my favorite Final Fantasy game. Granted, I haven't played all of them. I know a lot of people are like, well, what about 6 and 7? No, I've never played 6, and I think 7 is extremely overrated. I've said that 1,000 times. Don't get me wrong, I'll probably still play it on Switch, but just because it's been like 15 years since I played 7. But in my opinion, it's 9 is definitely the best. So don't get me wrong, I still want to play 6, but just haven't got there yet.
Well, I think the thing is with 7, what I liked about it was just the whole materia system. But I do have to agree. Once 9 came out, I think that's when they really started getting things like really well done. Because I love 10 and 10 too. Like, you know, all those after 9, I think were all improvements. But I did like 7, but yeah, I mean, I think the newer ones are better. I just don't have time for those kind of games anymore. As much as I'd love to play them, I just don't.
Well, my thing with 7 also is like I played it way after it came out, and I played 8, 9, and 10 before I played 7. And like I think it's the same. I think Final Fantasy 7 has the same type of nostalgia that Nintendo fans have for Ocarina of Time and Mario 64, where like this is the first time we get to see, you know, our favorite series or something work really well in a 3D space, and you know, PlayStation had the fully kind of orchestrated soundtrack and kind of, you know, it was, I think it was a mix of the new technology mixed with, you know, some people's favorite series, favorite role-playing games moving into the into 3D and all that kind of stuff to tell the story better. And I think that's, you know, why Final Fantasy 7 is kind of held in this high regard. But Jesse, I totally agree with you. I think 8, 9, 10, and 12 are all better. I mean, 10-2, you can take it or leave it. I mean, it's fine. It's a fine sequel.
I liked it.
And 7 is just an evolution of RPGs, because I think that's just got a lot of people into it. And I was thinking of, and we're gonna move on. This is supposed to be the game for N64 before they jumped to PlayStation, but it was a different game. So it's kind of, I think it's kind of nostalgic, like you said, Corey, that this game is coming to Switch, and I think it really got people into RPGs and actually like cinematics and CGI in games. Like the story level, the storytelling has evolved because of Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
Still waiting on tactics to come.
I know. Jeez. Dude, why not? Like that PSP War of the Lions kind of remaster was awesome, by the way. They should just bring that over. It's on iPad too, so there's no excuse.
It has to come to Switch.
Other than that, I've been making my way through Wargroove. It's still really good, although like I kind of want to stop playing it because I really feel like once Fire Emblem Three Houses comes out, like, jeez, man, I like that's gonna just suck so much time. But we'll talk about that. And by the way, found out some interesting news about that game, but we'll hit on that when we get to the direct stuff. But that's kind of all I've been playing in terms of Nintendo stuff. We have a lot to talk about at Arsenal X this week as well. So, but we're gonna
actually next week
we're gonna get into the news real quick here.